Hello everybody, welcome to today's session on ABELDent Cloud Server Enter Treatment. I'm Kel McKay and I'm the Director of Training Services here at ABELDent, and I'm going to be your presenter for this session. So before I show you the new ABELDent Cloud Server, let me tell you a few things you need to know. The user interface is cleaner, brighter, and clearer than ever, with many more features visually available. This means that far fewer features are hidden away on right-click menus where they might be missed, so all features are much more discoverable. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that in recent years, computer displays, monitors, and the like are getting wider. I'm not talking taller up and down, I'm talking about wider left to right. Well, the screens in the cloud version, therefore, tend to be wider and tend to take better advantage of the modern widescreen displays with less of the gray space. Because the cloud version uses familiar terminology and concepts, it helps experienced ABELDent users to adapt very quickly to the new software, and for newer ABELDent users, it's very easy to learn. Converting to ABELDent Cloud Server maintains 100% of your historical data created in ABELDent Local Server. And lastly, ABELDent has taken leaps ahead in supporting integration with current technologies like patients filling out health history on a tablet or checking in at a kiosk, that sort of a thing. All right, so let's get down to the main event, what you've all been waiting for, and I'll show you the new ABELDent Cloud Server. Okay, so just like in your local server ABELDent, you can bill right from the scheduler. And all right, but you can also bill right from the patient manager, which is the new front end for the ABELDent Cloud. So there I do another presentation on the patient manager, so feel free to check out that session as well. When you select a patient, you can either click the treatment button above the patient sidebar, or you can right-click on the patient in the list and, of course, select treatment. Or if you like keyboard commands like me, you can just hit the B key on your keyboard, the classic B to bill. And this opens up the patient's treatment window. So basically opens up the patient record to the treatment tab, shall we say, which you'll notice looks a whole lot like the Add Treatment window, which was introduced in ABELDent version 12. Now, one of the differences is today's treatment, right? Today's treatment is actually in the bottom, which is very much unlike the way it was done in version 12. And the planned treatment is in the middle. And then across the top, you got your blue boxes and your purple boxes, which represent today, like appointments, upcoming appointments, that is, and contacts. Okay, so you can also click on the history here to show the patient's treatment history. Now, entering treatment for today follows the same process that you're used to. You're going to click this green Add button, and then you just go ahead and you enter in your codes. Okay. Now, if you are entering in a service, for example, so I can press the plus button again to bring me another code. And if you're entering in a service that requires tooth numbers and surfaces, then of course you'll be able to enter them in just like you always did. You could do this by clicking with your mouse if you want, or you can click the drop, like you can just type in by tabbing and typing in the tooth number and surface you want, or as you can see, what I've just done there was I can pick in the from the drop-down list. You can also just press the Enter key to give yourself a new line. And this is really handy if you're entering more than one code for the patient services, then you can basically just put these through. Needless to say, if the services were not performed by the person you're logged in as, you can change the provider as need be. But generally speaking, of course, it makes more sense that the logged in provider would be the one who would be entering the services, okay? All right, so once we're done with this, then I can save the services for today. Well, that's a good warning message I just got there. And you will see that I can click this button right up here to be able to submit my claims. Okay, so I want to send this EDI and click on this button here. Okay, and then of course you'll notice there are her services for today that are highlighted, and so I could just submit these EDI. Okay. Now, I mentioned earlier that the middle treatment is for planned treatment. Now, I'm going to do another session on treatment planning, so I won't discuss that here. Check out my other session to see how that works. But let's say that you've made a mistake. Now, on today's date, this is no big deal. If you select the code that you entered and you think, wow, that's a mistake, no problem. The delete button will deal with that. Okay, so I can delete the services from today, no trouble at all. Now, needless to say, anything that gets deleted from today's date is recorded on the day-end modified transactions report. However, often it happens that mistakes are not discovered right away. They're discovered possibly days later or sometimes even weeks later. Now, hopefully, this doesn't happen to you too often, but hey, we're all human and mistakes do happen. So let's say that this patient here, Brenda, was in a little while ago. Let's say, okay, so it looks like just yesterday. And now the hygienist realizes that, oh, no, that's not true. I didn't actually take any x-rays with this patient. That was a complete mistake on my part. So you can see that in the history section, I can call up the old treatment. And now normally deleting treatment in the past, though, is a very complex legal issue due to accounting reasons, first of all, but also it could be impossible because of security restrictions. But ABELDent Cloud Server lets you correct this easily while still being completely secure and maintaining your accurate accounting. Now notice how I can simply select the x-rays and I can delete them. I do get a message that advises me I need to inform the insurance company, which is true. I do need to do that. So I click OK, and now the x-rays are gone. Well, even though we've deleted it, it's not really deleted. It's really been moved into what we call the deleted history section. See that? This is great. It means that everything you do is still being tracked. You can still see all the deleted items. Also, when I move over to the patient's financial, you will notice, here we go, there's Brenda right there. You will notice that a charge adjustment has automatically been entered, right, for where the x-rays were. Okay, so your accounting is completely accurate without you even having to lift a finger, right? Pretty impressive. So entering treatment, sending claims is as easy as it ever was, and correcting past history has been made even easier and more secure than ever. Okay, so thank you very much for watching our session today on ABELDent Cloud Server Enter Treatment. Watch for future recorded sessions on many other interesting topics coming soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.